You don't work too long at Manatech without getting a clear understanding that mannitol is important.
Mannitol is an ingredient that's critical to the success of Manatech. Mannitol represents the active fraction of aloe, so it's got the properties that people associate with the beneficial properties of aloe as a medicinal plant.
The fragile component in aloe is the acetylated mannins, ace mannin as it's sometimes called. Acetylation allows for a great number of things. It allows for compounds to be readily available in the body. That's why you can take aspirin and then half hour later have a headache go away. And that's what the component in aloe, the acetylated mannin, is able to maintain that acetylation and give you the best benefits possible. Once this material hits oxygen, light, air, it immediately starts to break down. It's very difficult to preserve, and you have to process the product very quickly and under the right conditions.
You know, our science starts in the field, it starts on the farm, and that's a really, really key component of what we talk about when we're talking about real food technology solutions.
Previously, when we got mannitol, we bought it from a pharmaceutical company. This time, it's coming from an agricultural company. Grupo Polon and Natural Aloe Costa Rica, they have a vast knowledge of the agricultural process.
There's no doubt that agriculturally speaking, these guys are nothing shy of experts. Everything that they put into farming, along with some very, very advanced technology that they use to simply make their farming practices even better.
The reason we chose to grow aloe in Costa Rica, it's due to the volcanic soils. The volcanic soils are very nutrient dense.
The aloe is grown organically. Their ace mannin content, which is what we care about, is extremely high.
When we first started making the mannitol, it took somewhere around 1,000 kgs of aloe leaves to make 1 kg of mannitol. Right now with Grupo Polon and Natural Aloe Costa Rica, it's around 660 kgs. So it really shows that their agricultural practices are really second to none.
Their attention to the technical details is really what makes Grupo Polon very different than other suppliers. It's a very modern processing facility. Everything is very clean, very modern, very efficient.
What's different with Natural Aloe Costa Rica is that the aloe vera leaves are harvested and processed all within the same day.
These people take a great deal of pride in their logistics and their timing. You know, the aloe is harvested either early morning or late in the afternoon when the sun is not so intense. It's shipped immediately to the factory, and within 12 to 24 hours it's completely processed, start to finish. So it doesn't give time for the product to degrade.
And when you go out to the fields and you watch the harvesting process, they literally cut the aloe right up against the stalk. And what that does, it allows the aloe to seal itself. It actually heals itself. Here's where the cut was made, right up against the stalk. There's a very good cut. Nothing squeezing out. So you have a pretty much protected system with this aloe leaf. The start of the aloe processing after harvest begins with washing the aloe leaves. They have people there with brushes, and they scrub the outside of the aloe vera leaves just to remove the loose debris. From there, it then goes into the processing plant where they'll remove the spines from the side of the aloe leaf. It's hand filleted. It's also very quickly done. They do this with specialized equipment that they build in-house. It removes the exact amount of aloe vera gel from the leaves, and they're able to move the aloe down the lines and then get it into a slurry and then get it sealed off from the air and outside conditions.
It's very important the way that you process the aloe to get this ace mannin content to its highest level. The most specific way of doing that is with ethanol precipitation.
The most fascinating part of the mannitol production process to me is when the product precipitates, when it comes in contact with natural alcohol and precipitates into really the first form of an early stage mannitol. What's going on is the carbohydrates are collapsing down on themselves and actually surrounding and protecting the acetylated mannins that are there. So you actually have the creation of a natural insoluble fiber protecting this very fragile component, ace mannin. After you get the precipitation of Manipul, it goes into a centrifuge. And this centrifuge spins at such a high speed, and the ethanol compounds that are there are evaporated off so quickly, it actually kind of explodes the Manipul into this popcorn, cotton candy looking compound. Freeze drying is probably one of the most critical aspects of producing Manipul. The water and the residual compounds are removed, and you're just left with a nice, pure form of acetylated mannan.
You cannot walk away from it without being completely impressed just from the process start to finish and the care that they put into it. And then to see how they take care of their people. You know, they have a school on site. They have a church on site.
Grupo Pelon and Natural Aloe Costa Rica produce all their own electricity. They preserve rainforest. This is a company that produces all of their products with a zero carbon footprint. There's no damage done to the environment with the production of Manipul.
That's just a group of people that I want to be associated with, and that's the type of people that Manatech's associated with.
Having partners like Grupo Pelon and Natural Aloe, it allows Manatech to really be a better company.
When you talk about making products of the caliber of Manatech's, what actually has to go into that to make that a reality? And to see experts like those that are working at Natural Aloe Costa Rica and the group at Grupo Pelon, it was truly mesmerizing.
To know that our ingredient manufacturers also meet or exceed this level that Manatech is holding itself to, you know, that gives us great confidence. There will always be a place for the highest quality product, and that's the standards that we build to over time. And so really we insist upon the highest quality subcomponents because we want the product to perform consistently and safely for our consumers every single time.